Hello and welcome to another episode of Rob's Ramblings here on the Bucks and Six channel. And today at the Brown Table of Sports Card Collecting, I'm going to be featuring three players that are depicted on these four cards: Omar Vizquel, Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey. And I've got a second Griffey card here that I have shown recently on the channel, but since I still had it out, I thought I'd put it up there in the background. I've talked about on my channel how my sports teams have really driven my collecting. I like to collect cards from the teams that I cheer for and the players that I cheer for. That's really what drives my style of collecting. Although I do try to diversify my collection to include other players, um, that really is the primary focus when I'm collecting. Now, you'll see that these players, none of them ever played for my team, the Milwaukee Brewers, but I still have been drawn to these players because of a few things, and one thing is a story that I'm going to tell you today. It's not really my story to tell. It's actually a story that belongs to my friends Mike and Terry. So, Mike and Terry, if you are watching here today, I hope you're okay with me telling your story. Um, but the fact is, all three of us, Mike, Terry, and I, for whatever reason, when we were kids, we gravitated towards the light hitting players more than the power hitting players. We kind of liked those scrappy players, and that's what kind of drew us to Omar Vizquel. And so we were, all three of us, we were big fans of Omar because of the way he played. He was a defensive oriented guy, and that's kind of the mindset that we like to have. And so Omar became one of our favorite players. And one time we went to a game and we saw Omar playing this was before the game started. During the warm-ups, we saw Omar and a bunch of other of his teammates were out on the side of the field playing a game where they were flipping the ball with their gloves, kind of like a hot potato game. And we just stood there watching Omar do these acrobatic flips with his teammates. And we actually took that experience and we created our own game that we played constantly, but we played it in the water. We would toss balls around to each other and acting like we were Omar. And anyways, we called that game Omar for years and years. Now we're getting a little bit older in years and we don't see each other quite as often, so we don't play it so much. But anyway, Omar was one of our idols when we were growing up. So it came to pass that Omar was coming to play at the Metrodome in the Twin Cities, not far from where we live. Now, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to go to the game, but Mike and Terry decided that they were going to go and they were going to cheer on Omar. And not only were they going to cheer Omar on, but they made a gigantic sign out of a white bed sheet and they painted Omar across this bed sheet. And it was the O they changed into a bullseye. So it read Omar with the O being a bullseye. And so they had seats in the outfield. And if you're familiar with what the old Metrodome used to look like, it was actually a football stadium primarily, but they used it for baseball because that's because they had to. So in that stadium, you could go way, way up an upper deck in the outfield and sit up there and watch games. And that's where Mike and Terry were sitting, and they draped their Omar banner up in the upper deck, way in the outfield, probably 600 or 700 feet away from home plate. And that's where they draped their banner. And then with the Omar bullseye, obviously the joke was they were trying to get Omar to hit a ball up there to them and hit the bullseye. Well, Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey Jr. saw that sign and they thought it was hilarious. Griffey was doubled over laughing, pointing at it, and was egging on Randy Johnson to try to hit the bullseye. So Randy Johnson stood in the outfield trying to launch balls up to their Omar sign and try to hit the bullseye. And it was just a real special moment for those two guys. And I wish I had been there, but you know, I have very few regrets in life, and one of the regrets I do have was not being along in that trip. But anyways, because of all of this story, Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey have kind of become favorites of mine as well, even though they never played for my team. And so I've collected those guys. I have collected Omar some, but not as much. I kind of steered away from him with some of the legal trouble that he's had, but he still had a special place in our hearts because of the way that he played and so forth. But anyway, today I'm going to feature these three guys and show some cards that I have. First, I have a small stack of Omar cards. The first one is, well, actually, all of these are rookie cards. The Omar, this is the 1989 Topps traded rookie card of Omar Vizquel, and this is the 1989 Topps rookie card of Randy Johnson, and then this is the Ken Griffey Donruss. There's several Ken Griffey rookie cards that are more well known than this one, but this is the one I decided to put up here today. Donruss was the brand that I was kind of favoring at that time when I was collecting back in '89. So that one was always my favorite. I know it's not the Upper Deck one that most people think of, but anyway, so we've got those three rookie cards up there. Now here are some other cards. First one I want to show, this is an Omar Vizquel. This is from Victory, the Upper Deck Victory 2000. Now, I have this card because a few years ago I was down visiting my parents in Florida, and there's a card shop not far from where they live, and that card shop just has walls stacked with cards and junk wax era boxes. And I went down there one day and I was just looking through everything that they had, and I had never heard of this product Victory, so I grabbed a box, and anyways, I ripped it open, and it was a pretty cool product. So Omar Vizquel 2000 Victory. The next one here, this is a 1993 Upper Deck Omar. Just always loved the photography on these Upper Deck, or on these Stadium Club cards. On the back, they always excuse me, have the photographs of the rookie cards. You can see there's the photograph of the rookie, and then I've got the rookie card there. So that's a pretty cool card of Omar Vizquel. The next one, this is just one I just yanked this out of Penny Lane, and I just threw it into a top loader just for this video. I just like the picture of this. The photograph here of Omar kind of making an acrobatic throw. This is from 1994 Topps, I believe. Yeah, 1994. And then the last one, this is by far my best Omar Vizquel card. This is an autograph. This is from Topps Finest, called Finest Finishes, and this is obviously an autograph, and it's refractor. It's got the rainbow shine to it. This commemorates a walk-off hit that he had in the playoffs in 1997 to beat the Yankees in Game 4 of the ALDS. This back kind of, if you read the back, it tells all about that. But the Indians at the time beat the Yankees in that series, but they wouldn't have won the series if Omar hadn't got the walk-off hit in Game 4. So they went on to win Game 5. So anyway, there's a little collection of Omar cards. Next, I'm going to show some Randy Johnson cards. First one here is a 1992 Stadium Club. And again, Stadium Club, just the photography on these cards is just outstanding. Love those photographs that they have. And again, they've got the rookie card. So there's the rookie card on the back, and then I've got the rookie card on the stand. So pretty cool Randy Johnson Stadium Club card. The next one is another Stadium Club, but it's from a different insert. I think it's from 1997, if I'm thinking correctly. But it's something called Foil Matrix, and I believe I can give credit to Brent on this one again. I'm pretty sure I learned about these cards from Brent Richards on his channel, and whenever he shows something on his channel that I like, I pause the video immediately and go to eBay and start looking for my own versions. And yeah, this card just looked really cool. I don't know, I just love the shine on it and kind of the cool design. One of those cards where it doesn't cost much, but it really is cool addition to the collection. The next card here is just another rookie card. This is the same version of the Donruss 89 rookie of Griffey. I've got a Donruss rookie of Randy Johnson. Not very many people know that he came up with the Expos, and shortly thereafter he was traded to the Mariners. But he did start out with the Expos. So rookie Randy Johnson. The next one here, I want to say I can give credit to Brent on this one as well. I think he's the one that introduced me to these, or at least made me aware that these existed. This is 1996 Topps Hobby Masters insert. I just love the way this card looks. There's a lot of glare in here, but I think you can kind of see how that card shines and shimmers. Really cool looking card. There's the back of it. Cool Randy Johnson card. Now, the next one here is one that I'm pretty sure I can give credit to Shane Shoebox Legends for me owning this card. He is definitely the one that I learned about these Stadium Club gold minted cards, and I've got several of these gold minted cards now in my collection, but I definitely, for sure, learned about these from Shane. When I re-entered the hobby, I had no idea about all of the different types of cards that were out there, and I learned most of what I know about the hobby from Shane. So, cool card. This one is on a short list of cards that I'm thinking about getting graded. Next card, I've been showing a few of these now on the channel. This is an EX2000 Randy Johnson from 1997. And this type of card I can confidently say I learned about from my good friend Card Wolf many years ago when I first started watching YouTube videos. He showed an episode where he had bought a lot of these, like I don't know how many, just several of them. He just started flipping through them. I had never seen anything quite like it. I had never seen an acetate card in my life, and now I love collecting acetate cards. Primarily collect them in hockey, but there are some acetate baseball cards as well. So this Randy Johnson EX2000 is one of my favorite cards, and I definitely have this one also on my short list to graduate from One Touch Town up to Slab City. And then the last two Randy Johnson cards that I have are both from the same year and the same company. I have 1989 Fleer. This is the update because Randy was traded from the Expos to the Mariners. So this is the update. Yeah, it says U59, so that's the update series from Fleer. And then I also have this graded. This is a PSA. I don't send many cards to PSA. I maybe have done one or two. I usually send cards into SGC, but I think I bought this at a local card show. This was a slab that was in a cheap bin. But this is the Fleer 1989 Randy Johnson, and it says the ad completely blacked out here. That's what it says there. That just means is that and some cards in this region here, there is an advertisement for cigarettes, and so Fleer didn't want that to be showcased on their card, so they blacked it out. And so there's different versions of this card, and this one happens to be the version where the ad is blacked out. So anyway, that is a little stack of Randy Johnson cards. And then I have a little stack here of Ken Griffey cards to show you too. The first one here is from Zenith from Pinnacle. I think it was 1997, and this is kind of even though Pinnacle isn't very well known in the hobby, this is kind of an iconic card because you see the ball here flying off the bat. This photograph is just amazing, very reminiscent of Stadium Club photography that we see with some of their cards. But love this card from Ken Griffey. That's the back of it. The next one is this is a pretty iconic card too. It's got the it says rookie. This is the rookie gold cup card. It's not a rookie card, but it's got the gold cup. This is the 1990 Topps Ken Griffey. Picked this one up not too long ago at a card show in a bin. So yeah, Ken Griffey. Now this next one is just a gorgeous card. And this comes from the 1999 Fleer Flair Showcase. And the shine on this is just gorgeous. I love the way this looks. It's kind of got the dual pictures going on with the high finish with a swing and then him in the background fielding a ball. There are a few of these Flair Showcase cards of Griffey. This is the only one that I own. There are a couple other ones. This one was row. They numbered these strangely down here in the corner. I don't know if you can pick that up. It says row 2, seat 3. There's row 3, seat 3 for Griffey. And so with different pictures, but this is the one I picked out. I thought the photograph here was fantastic. Just really love the shine on that card. Really good looking Ken Griffey card. And I should point out all of these cards that I'm showing today are very inexpensive. You don't have to pay many dollars for any of these. So if any of you out there are looking to kind of add some cheap goodness to your collection, all of these cards are real cheap, and I think they're all real sharp looking. This is another good example of this. This is a 2022, I think, Panini Select. This is a post-playing era, and it's a non-licensed card, so that you don't see the Mariners logo on him anywhere. But that doesn't really bother me particularly in this photo, and the cool effect that it has with the circles in the background. This is one I just picked up out of a dollar bin at my local card shop. So real cool card here. Love that. Next one, I think this is another one I can give credit to. I don't remember if it was Shane or Brent, maybe both of you on their ball card banter. But this is Topps Gallery of Greats insert from 2015 of Ken Griffey. Just love the shine on this. This is a post-playing era card. And those are just as cool to me as the playing era cards in most cases. There's the back. Gallery of Greats cards just look real sharp. I do have a couple other of these too that I bought. I'll save those for a different episode for some with different players. But yeah, definitely learned about these from either Brent or Shane. I don't remember which one of you, but thanks guys for always keeping me informed of cool cards. Now I got two more cards to finish up that were both slabs that I had graded. I sent these cards in to SGC. This first one, again, this is another 1996 Skybox EX2000. And this Griffey card just looks fantastic. I love the color match with the border and the uniform, and just think it looks so cool in the tuxedo slab. Again, the 8.5 is the grade. I didn't really care so much about that grade as much as I just wanted it in the tuxedo slab. I think the card looks just super cool. So thanks to Card Wolf again for introducing me to those cards. And then the last one, I'm thinking this last one I found just on a rabbit hole dig when I was flipping through eBay one day looking for cool Ken Griffey Jr. cards. This is a stained glass Leaf Studio from 1996. And again, see, I sent this into SGC and I got the 9, which was great. Happy about that. But it was more about getting this card in the slab and in the tuxedo more than the grade. I didn't learn about this specific card from Card Wolf. But I think his channel was the first place that I ever learned about these stained glass kind of looking cards. So I think he showed them one day, and that kind of sparked my interest. So I ended up finding this one on a search as I was flipping through eBay one day. But anyway, I've rambled on now for 20 minutes. I think that's great plenty. I just thought the story about these guys was worth sharing on the channel. So hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the cards. So with that, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. So continue enjoying the hobby and stay true to yourself.